Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League was a game that everybody was waiting for and what everyone was hoping that actively could be good just because of the fact that it was in the Arkham universe. As soon as we saw it, we already knew there was going to be a lot of very big problems and a lot of things that no one was going to really like, specifically being around the fact that Floyd Lawton this time around was a black person instead of the white one that we had already seen in the Arkham series. So it just kind of retconned and changed the fact that didn't need to be changed. But also, along with the entirety of the storyline, the gameplay, and everything that they did within the entirety of the game, it was just such an anticlimactic letdown. The Arkham games hold so much weight and so much history for so many Batman fans and just so many gaming fans in general due to how good almost each and every one was and how much of a profound fame and history that we've come to actively love with these games. Throughout the gameplay, the storylines, and the entirety of the everything that goes on within the entirety of the Arkham series, we have come to love those games so much, and we were almost actually ecstatic and very worried when we heard Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League was coming out. Because yes, while it might be an actually very good, interesting idea in its premise, the execution that they went with was absolutely atrocious. We knew for a fact that this could have been one of the best games in the entirety of the Arkham universe if they had done it correctly. The fact that they killed off Arkham Batman, and I know what you guys are going to say, but when we first saw it and we first started playing the game, we didn't know exactly what was going on. But the fact that the way that they utilized Batman and the way that they did and utilized almost all of the characters in the entirety of the story wasn't actively amazing in any form. And the main thing that I really dislike about the game, and I've played it, is the fact of how repetitive a lot of the things are, having to just deal with these villains, and the fact that it is a live service game that gets updated season wise is honestly more annoying, because this isn't like a game, has focused on complete story, making sure that everything is good. It is just basically really just a cash grab, in my opinion. It doesn't have really any real meaning to it. It doesn't have the same meaning that was put behind all of the other games, and we're not even going to talk about the new Arkham game Shadows that's going to be coming out specifically on MetaQuest, because that is absolutely horrible and atrocious, and we're not going to mention that. But throughout everything in the entirety of the Arkham series, this game could have been a very good new light and new actual introducing way to have new fans that didn't play the original Arkham games when they first came out, and have them be able to now come into this world, be able to see exactly what's going on, bring all of the old fans back, and have an entire mesh of people that are able to enjoy this game. The gameplay of this was actively horrendous. The storyline was horrendous, and there was just so many bad flaws with this that really just irked so many people and caused so many people to outright hate the game almost instantaneously. This game had so many problems, just specifically due to the fact of everything that they decided to do with it, that nobody that I've ever spoken to has actively liked or enjoyed the game. And I tried to play it. I tried to play it. But it was just a game that I couldn't really completely get into, and I started getting more annoyed about how everything worked in terms of the mechanics and in terms of the entirety of the storyline. Just the fact of, it's for people that shouldn't be able to do any of the things that they're doing, going out and killing the entirety of the Justice League and killing somebody like Brainiac, which Brainiac being probably one of the more powerful DC villains entirely. And yes, you're going to say, I don't know anyone that's actually going to say this, the fact that they use Batman's contingency plans, or that they use whatever. They weren't, and they shouldn't have been able to beat almost any of these Justice League members. The fact that they did is hilarious, but the way that the entirety of everything went, and specifically just talking about the fact of how they did Batman, the fact that they had him completely mind washed by Brainiac and had him completely act like this was actually so much more aggravating, because we've grown such a connection with Arkham Batman, and the way that they treated him, the way that they made and portrayed his character was just a complete defounding actual animosity towards any of the fans, because we were just how could they do this to a character that everybody loves, and how can they actively justify this in any actual terms of entertainment. This was, as I've said, really just a complete and utter cash grab that they were just like, we don't need another game. Arkham Knight should have been the last game, or if we wanted to make another game, just like make it off of other characters or whatever. We don't need a Suicide Squad game, but let's actually like just get one out just so we can actually see what's going to happen and see like how the fans react and just like gain some extra cash off of it, because the people that first played aren't going to know anything, and then as soon as everybody actually does start to know exactly what's going on, no one's going to enjoy it. But besides that, everything else in the game was just actually stupid in my opinion. But this game was mainly anticlimactic for the sheer reason of the way that they went about everything. Like, as I've already stated, the story in this is basically the Suicide Squad is like put together. Amanda Waller sends them out to Metropolis, and they have to just kind of deal with the Justice League, or originally like just like do something else, but it ends up being where they have to kind of kill the Justice League, and they kind of just have to go through and deal with each and every other Justice League member one by one, taking them out in ridiculous ways, and just kind of having to deal with that. That entirety of the premise is honestly horrendous to me, because they shouldn't be able to do a good portion of this, and more honestly, the characters that they chose were the worst part. Having Harley Quinn, King Shark, and like Deathshot, and when Boomerang be the four main characters wasn't the best choice in my opinion, because of the fact that there are so many other great villains that would have been way better suited and probably made the game so much more enjoyable, because of the fact of we would have actually enjoyed to see those characters like Deathstroke, characters like the Reverse Flash, characters like Black Manta, or whatever have you, General Zod, or characters that perfectly mesh with each and every one of the Justice League and would be like a very good counter for them, and also have a better storyline with it. Harley's storyline, specifically with Batman throughout the entirety of the Arkham games, isn't the same way that she portrays it in the like Arkham, like in specifically the Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League, where she's like Batman didn't like completely treat her well, or like the way that she talks about him, because comparatively to everybody else, Batman usually treats Harley with some more decent respect than anybody else, because he understands who she is and why she does what she does. But all of the other people, Deathshot, King Shark, like Boomerang, they just feel so out of place for me. So even Harley feels out of place. You could have had so many other villains take those spots and make it a much better Suicide Squad, because of the fact that they chose those four characters strictly due to the fact of, oh, let's just choose these guys because of either popularity or honestly just because of the fact that they were already in the Suicide Squad movie, and they just wanted to like bring those movie fans for some reason into the Arkham universe, which was honestly obviously the wrong choice, because we already have a Floyd Lawton that was white, and changing his race makes no sense. And King Shark doesn't really make any sense at all in the franchise for Arkham. Like, obviously he would probably exist in it, but he doesn't make any sense being in this game, because he doesn't have any stakes to really any of those characters. Like, that would have made a lot better sense in my opinion, having each character have stakes relating to what they need to be doing, relating to everything that they're going to be needing to do and who they're going to have to be going up against. This game just felt so out of place in my opinion, and the fact that it was made is hilarious, but the way that they made it was the thing that really just irked so many fans. So please give me your opinions down in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys' opinions on this game was, because I'm going to stand by what I said. If anybody actually has any actual comments saying that this game is good, please share it down in the comment section below. But if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.